But other news,
I am kind of giddy at getting to talk about this. I've said this to you when we were doing our pre, like when we were getting stuff together. I am so happy isn't the right word, but like, okay, so if anybody who's listening watched the old BB&J show when we used to do this on YouTube, I had two themes that I continuously spoke about. One was I beat the crap out of Halo Infinite.
Oof, yep, I remember those.
And two, I talked about how much I hated Fortnite for its deceptive practices.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that I was correct. Halo does suck, but also Fortnite. I was proven correct. This is about a month old, actually a month and a day, because today's the 18th. March 17th article from CBS Austin. Fortnite developer fined $245 million for letting kids, quote, rack up charges without parent consent. That should be parental, but whatever. The article says, from the FTC, Fortnite's counterintuitive, inconsistent, and confusing button configuration led players to incur unwanted charges based on the press of a single button, according to the FTC. The company also made it easy for children to make purchases while playing Fortnite without requiring any parental consent. According to the FTC's complaint, Epic, the developer of Fortnite, also locked the accounts of customers who disputed unauthorized charges with their credit card company, notes the FTC. So, what I've been saying, my biggest problem with Fortnite is not that it's a battle royale shooter. I don't like battle royales, fine, whatever. That's not my problem with them. My problem with them has always been their scummy targeting of children, and now it turns out I've never played the game. So I didn't know this. This wasn't part. I just could see the visuals and see what they were targeting, who they were targeting. It turns out that not only did they target kids, but they made it, their UI is apparently really confusing and really screwy so that kids could easily rack up thousands of dollars in charges. I mean, just fuck you, Fortnite. Like, just with like a rusty cactus. Just fuck you, Fortnite, horribly.
Oh my God.
And anybody who looks like you, I hate your children. It's just, I'm so like, I feel vindicated. Like Stewie said in that one episode with Brian, I feel right, Brian. I feel right. Like, I feel like this is just what I've saw from the outside. I was able to see this from the outside without even ever playing it. Had I seen it and had I seen the UI, I would have raged even more. And I'm glad, like, don't get me wrong, $245 million to a company that makes $1 billion every other day is not going to really make that big of a difference. To me, where this is more significant is that there is, it's like, it's out there. You know, it's out there that they are this scummy. It's not just a guy ranting on the internet or a few people complaining here and there. They've been forced to pay a fine by the federal government because of their scummy practices, and good for them for being forced to pay something because they fucking suck. What are your thoughts, BB?
I mean, yeah, it's just messed up. No, like I'm with you on that. Yeah, like the practices that they're doing with the, you know, like the V-Bucks and setting up the UI to kind of make it easier for, like, you know, children to kind of go in there and just buy stuff without even knowing that they're spending like all this money. I mean, yeah, that's definitely something that's just terrible. You know, it's horrible that they've practiced that. And I mean, like, going over like the article and everything, it's just crazy though. Like, you're right, that amount of money, I mean, to that huge corporations, like, kind of like, it's just kind of like, okay, sure, we'll do this, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, it's like affecting, well, I mean, I don't really know how their finances work, but I'm sure like that's almost nothing, because like like they were talking about in the article with CBS, where it was saying like just like an example of like the in-game purchases that like what they make off of it, which was like, if for an instance was like when they had like NFL themed like skins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Looks like it was about in 2021, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Just off of that alone, um they made they made over like 50 million on the sales, which is, so just like, come on, like just on that small event. And the game's been around for like how long.
Yeah.
um and I know they like, it's kind of like other companies, they try to, okay, let's lower the prices, let's do this, let's do that, but at the same time, I mean, you've already done the damage. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I understand you trying to like, I like, you can see that and be like, okay, at least they're trying. I'll give them that. At least they're trying, like blah blah blah, right? But like, no, I mean, it's still there. Like, it's already tainted.
Yeah.
Like, you've already kind of shown your true hands, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. I mean, I won't. I'll say like I've played Fortnite a few times with friends and everything. I mean, have I fallen into the feedback stuff? I mean, hell yeah, they done got me. But me as an adult, I know what I'm getting into. You know what I mean? Like, I know what this is. I know how much it's going to be. Like, all that. Like, this and this fact, and I've seen it too. Like, I mean, we've all people who play Fortnite. Like, at least, I mean, recently I'm not too sure, but like, I know like they'll put like the V-Buck stuff in the front, or they'll put like the oh, get this skin, and it does kind of get to the point where you're like, oh man, that looks so cool, let me get that, like. So it's like, oh man, it's just tough, like seeing this go down. Like, I'm like, you know what, it's a win in a way. It may
Yeah.
be a small one, but it's a win at the end of the day.
Yeah. And thank God they didn't put up a Leon skin or something. They really would have got
Oh
you.
wow.
Um,
I think they did actually. When I was looking, because they like, sometimes I'll get like emails of like Fortnite new skins or whatever, and it's like, what?
oh my God, you get
Yeah,
emails?
yeah,
Wow.
because
This is the final BB&J show, by the way, just so you know.
it's because it's like, because I have an Epic Games account, so
I
it's
do
not
too. I don't
necessarily
think I get
because
emails
it's
from Fortnite.
Fortnite, but I think it's probably because I've played Fortnite. I don't know, because
Yeah.
like it'll sometimes say like what's new in the Epic store and stuff like that, and then it'll drop the collaboration of like, whatever. That's how they got me with damn freaking My Hero Academia skin. Okay.
You know what? You know what I get that really annoys me. I get those pop-ups on the desktop, like when something's free in the Epic Store. It'll
Oh
pop up
yeah.
in the bottom right hand side, and sometimes I'll be like in the middle of something, it'll pop up, and I end up accidentally clicking, and it opens
It's
the whole
like,
thing.
now you
It
gotta
just annoys me.
load that damn thing. Yeah.
Yeah. A side note: fuck Epic. I don't like Epic. I'll take their free shit, but I don't like Epic. They, like
Yeah.
they can go take a long walk off a short pier. Um,
Yeah, especially their store. Like, that store feels like something out of like the early 2000s or something. Like, geez, like, can you, like, the fact that they're still like updating the store to be more user friendly is like, geez, come on.
that store, God, don't get me started. We'll have to do. You know what? One of the episodes what you're gonna do, we'll talk about it afterwards, is launchers, because
Oh yeah, that would be a
every
good one.
having its own launcher, it makes my wee hurt. But one good thing from the reading from the CBS article, so the FTC alleges that Epic used a pattern of quote dark or used quote dark patterns. I'm assuming it's not like Jedi mind control. I'm assuming what they mean is UI, and different types of ways and different types of practices. But one of the things that's in this order is not only do they have to pay the fine, but it prohibits Epic from charging customers through the use of dark patterns or from otherwise charging customers without obtaining their affirmative consent. So one of the things I heard that was an issue was that once you sort of stored payment or bought something once, it was sort of a press of a button to buy something again. So you could, the first time they asked you your consent or something like that, and then subsequent times it was a press of a button without like, are you sure about this? Like, are you sure you want to pay this? So I think that's part of the problem. So they have to change that. and apparently it stops Epic from locking customers out of their own accounts over disputed charges, which, again, scummy fucking practices. Like, oh, you want to dispute that? Well, you're screwed. There goes your account. So, like, things like that they just drive me up a wall, because it's like, I'm not against, shock as this may seem, I'm not against microtransactions. I think pay to win sucks, right? Like, I don't think that's the way you should go about it. But cosmetics, look, if you want to sell skins for 5, 10, whatever a pop, go for it. I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. What bothers me is like when you could, buy an accelerator, or you can buy a gun that does something that other guns don't, or you can buy certain things that gives you a competitive advantage. That bothers me. But I always
Oh
look at
yeah.
I'm not a fan of battle royale shooters, but I played a lot of it, Apex, in 2019, because I had a friend who really played it. So me, her, and her cousin would play it a lot. And I spent a grand total of $0 in Apex Legends. And my experience was no less than theirs. Like, I never got the battle pass. At the time that I stopped playing, I was able to unlock every legend. I
Hmm.
had a good time. We won some games. Like, it was never a matter of like, oh man, we would have won if I had that whatever. So like, and they charge for cosmetics, and I'm like, fine, you want to charge for cosmetics? If you have an extra however much money, and you want to go out and buy a skin that makes, some character's ass look 10 times better, or what, knock yourself out. I don't care. Like, that whatever, right? Like, and I get it, developers are gonna do it because it's a way to make money, and if people are gonna spend the money, then people are gonna spend the money. But what really irks me is when it's done deceptively. Like, it's like when there's a politician. It's like, if you have your idea, argue your idea. Don't lie to people and try to manipulate them into believing whatever it is you believe. Argue your
Exactly. Yeah.
idea. Argue your idea on the merits of your idea. Like, you know, same thing with games. You want to make money? Fine. Make money on the merit of the content in your game. Don't try to screw people out of their money underhandedly. So, once again, fuck you, Fortnite.
Well, damn.
Any
You heard it here.
any closing thoughts on the Fortnite FTC fine
No, I
situation?
think you kind of summed it up pretty well, or at least let everyone know how you really feel.
In case you didn't know, I said fuck you, Fortnite.
Oh, God. No, but yeah, that sucks. In the end of the day, man, I get
It
you.
sucks for the people that were scammed.
Yeah, like it does suck. It does suck, and it's
But
very like we're seeing the practice like done in like a lot of like those free to play games. That's the thing that's kind of sucks about free to play, where it's
yeah,
like a lot of people are always going to kind of like have that in the back of their minds of like free to play. Oh, okay, well, microtransactions are going to be like either super expensive or sometimes just like make you feel like they're a bunch of scams. And um I don't know, hopefully there's a better layout out there soon, or they'll learn from this, which I doubt it, but I know they're going to have to like change certain things, but they'll probably still have like the same concept.
I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, what'll come from this is a new way, a new type of dark pattern, uh, a new type of way to scam people. I'm sure, because old habits die hard. So, you know, um, unfortunately, there's going to be people who fall for it, and it's not always their fault. Sometimes people buy things, and you know what, you buy things, and you whatever. That's like, hey, listen, you can't complain that your Leon skin in the Division 2 was ass. You paid $5 for it. That's not What's a scam is when people use underhanded practices, and it sucks for the people who's out of money, who had to go
Yeah,
through all of this, who had to deal with all of these sorts of practices and annoyances and all of that stuff. But at least there's some resolution on that, and you know, hopefully, this sends a message to other types of games in this sort of vein to not do that, or to
yeah,
look, if you want to make money on your game, make money on the merits of the content in your game. I will support that. Even
exactly.
if I
Yeah,
think it's a hokey game, I will support you trying to make money on the content, on the merits of the content in your game. Don't scam people. End of the day.